So we are live and on, and we are in our new space. And this week, Thich Nhat Hanh passed away. And I was thinking of this as I drove in, and I thought about the phrase of his that's made the biggest difference for me. It's from a tiny little book called True Love. And in this book, he has 4 simple teachings that you need to be with yourself first before you can be of use to anyone else. So as much as you might want to love someone, you need to love yourself first. And then this simple phrase of, dear one, I am here with you, right? Dear one, I see that you are suffering, and I am here with you. And it seems so simple. And it seems exactly what I want when I'm in suffering is just company. I don't need you to fix it. I don't want you to ask me to change. I am busy suffering, but I don't want to do it alone. And if you're with me, then the suffering is something else. It's just a passageway. And yet I know 20 months into the quarantine of living with a person that has to go and be in the COVID clinic all day long, dear one, I know you are suffering, and I am here with you, is not an easy phrase. To hold ourselves steady when someone else is suffering, when our parents need us, and suddenly they feel older than we were accustomed to, when a conversation goes on longer than we feel comfortable with. Dear one, I see you are suffering, and I am here with you. To mean that, when we say that, takes such tremendous inner stamina. I see you. I step out of my own perspective. I see your suffering. I don't judge your suffering. I see you. And I am here with you. And that's what we're building in this breath. As we sit with our hands in all these different ways and bring our energy up, and that's exciting. And you're building your magnetic field, and that's exciting. And you're also building the simple presence of mind, as if speaking to your breath. Dear one, I see you, and I am here with you. Can we stay steady in this simple little breath over time? When so many other thoughts arrive and pull us aside, or we become impatient, we become tired or fatigued or confused or pissed off, I'm here with you. It's all we want to build. I'm here with you. And stay steady. So bring your palms together and sit tall, knowing that we're cultivating something that will hold everyone we love and hold all the actions that we want to be in the world, to live in the world, to extend from us. And so we tune in. Ong Namo, I bow to everything outside of me, all the teachers that surround me. Gurudev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me. The greatest teacher of all lives inside of me. And I call on all of it 3 times. Inhale. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists, shake it out. And we'll start on hands and knees. So use your blanket under your knees and your shins. We just do some very simple, brief asana to get our bodies ready to hold our posture and hold the charge that we will put through it. So knees and shins are supported. Heels of your hands just ahead of the head of your shoulder. Tuck your chin, round your back, and let your hips move side to side. Ah. So with your head getting even heavier, bow your ribs from side to side. And as your ribs go to the left, take your head to the right. So that as your ribs go one way, your hips and your head go the other. Going a little side to side, and then tuck your chin around your back. As you release, the navel drops, the throat opens. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. To open and close. You're finding your pace. And then let it get a little lighter, a little less effortful, a little easier, and a little quicker. 5, 4, 3. Move from the hips, move from the tail, move through the spine. Good. And then flattening your feet, hips drop back, round your back, tuck your chin. There's child's pose. Keep your hands right where they are. Good. On your inhale, rise, hands, knees, tuck toes, hips up, down dog. Hands, knees, inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Now folding in and out through that series of movements. Through that series of breath. And even doing this with your eyes closed, coming into the interior experience, folding and unfolding at the very level of your bones. Just attentive to the body for a moment. And as you reach your dog, walk your dog. One heel down, one knee bends. Again, coming into the sides of the hips, sides of the spine. Step your right foot outside of your right hand and put your left knee down. Put a block outside of your left hand so that you have a little bit of height. Turning your hand to the left and your toes to the right, a big back circle. Yeah. And in that circle, use your front heel to draw your hips forward and back so that you can feel all the way into the various circles of finger and shoulder, even the hip making a little circle. And keeping your right arm beside your ear, let your hips keep moving forward and back. Yeah. Yeah. And as you stay, bend your right knee, lift your left knee, and revolve. Open and close your right hand. Reach your back heel back, your front knee forward. And the breath into the right side ribs and the right hand down. Step back. Block onto the right side. Walk your dog for a moment and just feel from the base of your right thumb through your right shoulder to your right hip. All the way up. So that the left foot steps outside of the left hand, the right knee down. The right hand finds the block and a big back circle. And you start to come into the left side body. And notice that the left and the right will be different. That they're sticky in different ways. That they're open in different spots. The left arm stays beside your ear and the hips move forward and back. It goes a little deeper into the hips, into the belly. And the left knee bends and you lift the right knee off the floor and open and close your left hand, getting all the way through the left chest, left shoulder, left forearm. Bending the left kneecap forward, the right heel goes back. And the left hand down to walk your dog. And as you return to hands and knees, place the block between your heels or your shins. And if you need 2 to kneel, then add 2. So that you can interlace your fingers. And then draw your knuckles towards your heart, tuck your chin, pressing out, lift your hands up high. So the pinkies go back as the ribs go back, as the arms go up long. Give it a little shimmy, a little bit of space, yep. And put it together. Hands out, exhale, knuckles in, inhale, hands up high. Opening and closing. And then give it a little pace. And by going a little more quickly, your breath will get a little stronger. Opening through the underarms, the front and the back of your chest. A little heat. 3 and 2. Good, good, good. 1. Sweep wide from the top and land your hands on your thighs. But take your time. Take your time. Yeah. So with your hands on your thighs, your spine is tall. Feel how the chest is changing, the upper back is changing. And we'll do a great back circle. So if you keep one hand on one thigh and the other hand circles back, you'll start to feel how the spine has to turn. And you're getting space all the way up under the tops of your shoulder joints. And then the right arm stays out and bring your left hand around and under the right. Left hand holds the right wrist if you can. Make a fist with your right hand. And the knuckles of the fist go up and your chin tucks. And we just pause, and if you choose, close your eyes. And notice the base of your skull, down the sides of your neck, the tops of the shoulders, breathing into the upper back. Just nudging the knuckles up, letting the tops of the shoulders lengthen. And then rounding your back, elbows in, elbows in, elbows in, and knuckles down towards your knees, round. And from that rounding, softly side to side. So that you feel the connective tissue between the outer shoulder and the sides of the spine, the sides of the ribs, and the sides of the spine. All of these are related to how we breathe. Come into the center, lift your elbows, lift your chin, lift your elbows, lift your chin, knuckles to the ceiling, chin to the ceiling, under the jaw, opening and closing the jaw, scoot your face a bit. And then release, hands down. And big back circles to rinse it out. So there might be a little more space, and in the space there's more strength or more speed. Let it really kind of get some momentum. If our arms, shoulders, and chest are tight, our breath is very limited. Good. You'll keep the left arm out in front, the right hand around, underneath. So you're the opposite way. I had my right on top before. Everybody's opposite. Tuck your chin. So starting out with the elbows up and the chin in, you're starting at the neck, where the neck meets the shoulder girdle. That place where you hold the story of the day, how it would go, how it could go, the expectations. And from there, elbows down to the belly, knuckles down toward the knees, folding in and side to side. Underneath the shoulder blades. And then center. And all the way up, elbows up, chin up, elbows up and chin up. Soften your face. And as you release hands on thighs, just let it all move through. Build your dog, so hands and knees, tuck your toes, downward facing dog, and walk it out. And as you walk, the hips move and the hips move the shoulders, and you can feel the space that you've made through the shoulders and through the chest. And then you'll walk your feet to your hands and sit down on your blanket. Shake out the feet, sitting tall. Bend your right knee, wrap your left around your right, and turn to the right side. Yeah. And as you do, shake your left knee up and down. Shake the left knee up and down and let that loosen the left side, long left side ribs. Really sitting the left hip down, turn to the right. To release, just turn center and bend the left knee and wrap the right. And now shake out the right knee. And that shaking all the way through the hips and the ribs, creating a loosening. Each side is different. And inhale at the center, 2 legs out. Exhale, turn right. And then inhale, center, and exhale, turn left. And as you begin to build a little bit of a pace, then what you'll find is there's an elasticity that you're turning right to the edge. And when you let go, it brings you back to center. Exhale as you turn and inhale as you return. Let your attention start at the base, how you're turning at the hips. And feel how you can start to turn the navel towards the side waist. And how you can start to turn the ribs, one forward, one back. And then through the collarbone. And as you turn to the right, keep that and turn the chin only from the back to the front. And from the back to the front. Looking to the back, pause. And on the exhale, the navel turns to the right, the heart comes high. Soften it a little so that it can actually turn more fully. And sit through center. Shake out the feet and the knees. Let the recoil, let your connective tissue square off. And then left. Left knee bends, turning left. Turn your chin from the back shoulder to the front shoulder, to the back and to the front. And as you do, sit up just a little bit taller. We're clearing the spine. That central channel. Stay turned to the back and turn your navel left. And sit tall. And then soften all of it. So that in the softening, the right leg is heavy. And the head floats. And we come back into the middle. Fold your blanket in half one more time so it's a bit thicker. And then seated there, let your heels be wide. And shake out your feet and shake out your knees. And a little side to side. So all this preparation is because the breath of fire, over time, we want all our wiring to be clear. If you were to plug in a toaster and it had shoddy wiring, and then you push go on that toaster and you wonder why it caught fire, right? We want all of our conduits, our circuits, our connections to be clear. You may work right here, or as you come across, put a hand behind your head. Right up into the elbow, feeling right through the tricep. If you can find that feeling all the way to your outer heel. 3 and 2. And take it right up into the middle. Walk your fingertips forward and a little side to side. Just feel into the inner feet. So you're looking for the line that runs from your inner knee to your inner thigh, from your inner knee to your inner heel. And as you make that longer, you're creating more safety for your knees when you sit with legs crossed. So that you can build a tall cross-legged seat. You've built the spine, you've built the base. Just chicken and notice. And if you like, there are 2 more of those zafus if you'd like. If you sit and your knees feel high, then what's going to happen is this will create rounding. So the aspiration that we have is to put the shins down so that you have a big foundation in the floor. And to do that usually means that you need to lift your hips a little bit higher. The other option is to, if you were to take your blocks and line them up, I would take my blanket so that I have a fold, and I also have a place to put my shins and my ankles to sit tall, right? So just building the seat that feels upright and that feels restful. And if at any point in this is not restful and you need to kick your feet out and shake it out, that's fantastic. So we build the breath of fire. Hand on abdomen. Aha. On the exhale, I just want to make sure that my abdomen is going back. On the inhale, my abdomen is coming forward. Close your mouth, out your nose. 5, 4, 3, 2. So that is a steady breath. If you're familiar with it, if it feels steady, it can get stronger and it can get faster. But that really needs to be up to you. If you're on your cycle or if you're pregnant, then you're going to have a long, deep breath. So to start, we put the palms together. Thumbs are at the sternum, heart comes up, chin comes in. Open your mouth, find a whisper of ha. Close your mouth, out the nose, steady on. 3, 2, 1. In. Chin up. 3 sips. Go. Tuck your chin. Pause your breath. Pulse the pelvic floor. So it's as though you're drawing a drawstring and then release. And draw the drawstring and release. Like closing a rosebud. And then lift your chin. Breathing out. Hands down. Eyes closed. Normal, natural breathing. Starting to feel the change. Starting to invite the evolution that this breath provides. So remembering, dear one, I am here with you. We're building the ability to be here with ourselves and with one another. Left palm facing forward, right palm facing you. Clasp your fingers, fold your thumbs, heart high. Hands the height of your heart, a little pull of the elbows. Feel the shoulder girdle engage. Open your mouth, out the mouth. Feel the pulse of your diaphragm, that as though you were dribbling a basketball. Keep that and close your mouth, go out the nose. And in the first 30 seconds, align yourself. If you need to shift your seat, if you need to widen through the collarbones, if you need to turn the chin, engage the hands, the elbows, sit a little taller so that you have a structure, and into that structure, your breath is easy and consistent. Put your attention at your heart, 30 seconds. Five, four, three, two. Inhale. 3 sips. Tuck your chin, pulse the pelvic floor, pulse and release, and pulse and release, and just building a dexterity of engaging the base energy, and then pause, chin up, breath out, hands down, and notice. And just fall into the arms of this momentum. That you're creating a quality of clarity and stability. So let go of any drama or any story and fall into this fresh stability. Let it take over and keep it with you. Left palm faces forward, right palm faces you. Clasp of the hands, bear grip, height of the throat, elbows wide. Out the mouth. Close the mouth, out the nose, steady breath. Let your breath be tender and unhurried. And at the same time, let it be quick enough that it has a momentum, a current of its own. Soft shoulders, soft face, steady breath, that you're not rigid anywhere. All of this is pliable. Three, two, one, in. Tuck your chin, hold the breath, pulse the pelvic floor, pulse and release and pulse and release, and stir up what's stagnant down at the base, and then chin up and breath out and hands down, and fall into the current. Be completely trusting. You are building greater and greater access to the source energy that knows exactly what you require in the moment, in today, in this month. Let it carry you. So that you could be open to new influence, new idea. The sudden insight as you drive home. Be steered. Be influenced. Because it's yours. Left palm face forward, right palm face you. Clasp your hands high to the forehead, elevating our energy, or up overhead, elbows wide out the mouth. Feel the diaphragm, soften the shoulders, loosen the jaw, turn the head. Get yourself settled. Close your mouth, out your nose, steady on. Find your horsepower, right? Engage the structure of your hands and your arms without force, but give it this slight tension like a bowstring, so that there's a sound, a vibration that can begin to form between the breath and the body. Spine rising, ribs rising, elbows widening, everything drawing up just a 1/4 inch. Five, four, three, two. Inhale, chin up, fill it to the top. Tuck your chin, pulse the pelvic floor, and rise up like you were pulsing the mercury up through a thermometer. Pause, wriggle, rise, up, 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 chin up, breath out, hands open, elbows drop. Thumbs point back like your hands were open to the rain. Long, deep breathing. That you could become magnetic to the great good of the world, that the better frequency, charge, the instrumentation, all of your dials are tuned towards the positive, towards the powerful, towards the reception that's yours. Into the throat, into the chest, into the belly, into the body. Out of the belly, out of the chest, out of the throat, out of the body. Smooth, articulate, determined, and clear. Building this great charge of your worth, of your happiness, of your health. And less about the mind and more about the sensation of that charge. Where can it soften? And in its soften, where can it go further into the tissues, into the memory that the tissues hold, into the cells that they are built of? You are affecting yourself at a mitochondrial level. And the DNA of that mitochondria comes from your mother and her mother and her mother and her mother and our mothers. We breathe that support, that strength in. Dear one, I see that you are suffering. I am here with you. Meet yourself where it's needed and build the stamina to remain in the same place as your doubt or your concern. One more round of breath. I am here with you. I am here with you. And let it down. Palms open, thumb first, fingertips touch. I am here with you. Receive what you've made. That there is a leader within you, a ruler, a sovereign, a delighted child, all within you. Palms together, thumbs to the sternum, slight lift of the heart, tuck of the chin, the mouth opens with a ha. Close the mouth, out the nose, steady on. Quicker, stronger. Soften all of it. Soften the shoulders, soften the diaphragm, and it will quicken on its own. You are effortless. You are a force of light. Keep the breath. Change the hands. Little dog paddle. If you need to shake out your feet or if you need to plant your feet wide so that you can sit upright, go. And if you've got a little more space in the shoulders, it turns into a full freestyle and the breath is steady and you coordinate movement and breath. Let your chest turn. Let your shoulders turn. There you go. even the hint of a smile, that you're getting unstuck out of the joints, out of the breath, out of the memories, and you're coming clearly into the vitality, into the light, into the being that you are here to be. A minute and a half. And we're building the stamina to stay bright. Dear one, I am here with you. Can we really remain here in the movement, in the breath, allowing it to be steady? First-hand experience of your ability, of your capacity for remaining, turning into service for those who you love the most. Five, four, three, two, both elbows back, three big sips. Tuck your chin, pause, pulse the pelvic floor, and elevate the energy inside of you right up to the top of your head. Chin up, breath out, hands down. Notice, fall into it, be carried. Dear one, I am here with you. Be held in the light you've made, so that you are with you more and more fully. You can see your own radiance. You can see your own worth. That nothing external is necessary. I see you, dear one, dear self. I am here with you. And in an act of benediction, of blessing, palms together, thumbs to the sternum, and so lightly, so tenderly, the last breath for a minute. As though you were whispering. Feel the energy coalesce in the brain. Feel the brain, the inside lining of the skull, the mind's eye. Let it all become bright and stable. 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale. 3 sips, light ones. Tuck your chin, just pause and be very still and feel yourself rising, levitating. Chin up, breath out, hands down, and be so still. I am here with you. Meeting yourself with such reverence, such an honor to be in our own company. Such remarkable lives we've shared, myself and I. And as you're ready, settle yourself in your Shavasana. If you choose, blocks go under the backs of your calves, or the legs go flat to the floor. Blanket can go under or over you as you choose. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you adjust these little folds if you want it more or less. And the first few breaths are full. The exhalations becoming restful. Feeling the support of the back of your body. One last full inhale and exhale to settle. Letting the heels be heavy and the ankles soft. Feeling the knees release. Letting the thighs be heavy. The left hip releases and then the right. The bowl of the belly is open and soft. The space of your chest and your lungs becomes wider deeper, internal. Relaxing your eyes, your lips, your jaw, your throat. Acknowledging any emotion, any sensation is welcome to rest with you. A sense of being completely included. Beginning to deepen your breathing. And the exhalation grows, softening your face so that even the stillness that you've been in softens. And to come out of your Shavasana, you walk your feet back, knees bend, feet flat, taking your time. Pausing with your hands wide or your hands overhead, letting your body expand just a moment more. I know that this is hard to believe, but right now, this is the before. This is the beginning of the story for which no ending yet exists because it has not been written. This is the before. This is what you turn back to and look upon with grateful eyes, realizing that every step set off a ripple that culminated in the truth of what you knew your life would become. You are not the end result of the years you spent struggling to find your way. You are prepared to begin from here. Lifting your feet, rub the soles of your feet. Lifting your hands, rub the palms of your hands. Come into contact with yourself, with your body, with this direct experience of right now. And then holding your knees wide, a little bit side to side. And rolling yourself all the way up. Reaching wide, all the way up, palms together. And down the middle. And go one more time. Releasing, sweep wide, inhale up. And then palms together, thumbs to the forehead center. I am this. Long sat, short nam, inhale. Sat nam. Sat nam, I see myself. Namaste, I see you. Have a fantastic Sunday or whenever this is replayed. Enjoy, enjoy. We will be back. So if you're in Baltimore, Saturday mornings at 9:30, we are here. 8 a.m. on Sunday, we are here. We have this beautiful home. For now, let's see. I will hear from you soon. Have a great week. Tuesday at noon, I am here, mastering the breath.